Hello everyone, it is Jazz here, and today I am doing a vinyl book mashup video. I haven't done a vinyl book mashup video in a really long time, so I thought I would definitely do one today. I pick 3 albums from my vinyl collection and I match them with books based on theme or just whatever I think of when I think of that book and that music. We have an extra special edition today because I have gotten some awesome Christmas albums this Christmas season, and so I'm going to try to match some Christmas albums with some books. Not all the books are Christmassy, but they still work in my mind. So I thought, since I'm being all festive, I'm gonna don my antlers and my Marvel Christmas sweater and my annual Christmas socks, just so that we can just be all fun and awesome and festive. Let's start matching some books to some vinyl. The first one that I have here is A Charlie Brown Christmas. This is, of course, the soundtrack to the fabulous Christmas special, A Charlie Brown Christmas, which I watch every year, and it's just flippin' awesome, and I love it. The obvious matchup for this is to read any of Charles Schulz's Peanuts collections. I read this one that I'm gonna put in a picture right here this year, and it was fabulous and really funny and cute, just like all Peanuts stuff is. But there's also just a ton of other collections, so you could definitely check those out. However, I wanted to think outside of the box a little bit, and the book that came to mind was Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. It is a children's classic, kind of like Charlie Brown. It also features animals with a lot of character, kind of like Snoopy. And it is also about having great friendships, like Charlie Brown is, and just learning about the meaning of different things in life. So I thought these were an excellent match as well. Next album that I have here is A Pentatonix Christmas by the fabulous a cappella group Pentatonix. Love them, love this album. It has really cool arrangements. You should definitely check it out. But one thing that I really thought was cool about this album is that side A has a very different feel to side B of this record. So on side A, they kind of have the more traditional Christmas carols that you're used to hearing and all that fun stuff. And side B has sort of the maybe lesser known Christmas carols like the Coventry Carol. It also has some songs on there that aren't necessarily Christmas songs, but they do fit the wintry theme, which I thought was kind of awesome and gave it just sort of a different feel from A to B, because then you're getting a traditional yet non-traditional experience, just as their group is kind of traditional and yet non-traditional because of the way they do their a cappella work. So that traditional and non-traditional theme made me think of steampunk books. So I decided to match this album, first of all, with 2 books that are definitely like that. One of them is Solace, which is the first book in the Parasol Protectorate series by Gail Carriger, and the second one is Clockwork Angel, which is the first book in Cassandra Clare's The Infernal Devices. So both of these are sort of traditional in the way that they are set in Victorian England, but they are also unconventional because of the obvious steampunky machinery and things, as well as the fact that both of them feature various creatures of the night. Because of beatboxing and all the different kinds of sounds that they go for in this group, it does have sort of a mechanical vibe. So I thought steampunky sort of books were a good fit for sure. Now, another thing that I've noticed is I like to listen to some tracks off this while I'm walking outside with my dogs, and that made me sort of think of wintry outdoorsness, which made me think of selected poems of Robert Frost, because he mostly wrote nature poetry and things like that. And yeah, I thought this was a very good choice indeed, since I do listen to this while doing outdoor walkingness. And the last album that I have here is Michael Bublé's Christmas album. I just feel like this is one of the quintessential, modern classic Christmas albums that you want to listen to at Christmas time, because it's got all the different kinds of Christmas songs on it. It's got like some snappy tunes. It's got some slower, meaningful tunes. So I wanted to match this up with some of my holiday favorites. First, I want to match this with The Christmas Box by Richard Paul Evans because I feel like it works in my mind with some of the sweeter, more emotional songs. It is a very emotional little story, but it is also a sweet story about a family helping a older widow, as well as, you know, just learning about the meaning of Christmas. And there are a few like just sweet sort of tunes on this, and also just some fabulous pretty singing, so it just kind of worked in my mind. Then I want to match this up with A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. First of all, just because it is a fabulous Christmas classic, and also because I feel like A Christmas Carol has a hint of humor written into it, and I feel like there are some songs on this album that have a hint of humor kind of infiltrated in them. So I think it's a good match for that reason as well. And lastly, I actually want to match this with a short story, which is The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry. One of my favorite short stories, just in terms of short storyness. I love the little message behind the story about gift giving and all those things. And I also just like the way it's written, and it is a quintessential Christmas classic as well. So you should definitely check out The Gift of the Magi if you haven't read it in school already. That was my Christmassy version of Vinyl Book Mashup. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about all my little matches and seeing all my fabulous new Christmassy vinyl. And I will be around next week, so I will see you then. I might be around actually a little earlier in the week next week. See you guys then, and I hope you're having a fabulous holiday season. Bye!